Okay guys, this is an update to my Immersive HUD mod, basically version 1.6, and it's a beta version, and it is for the 1.6 version of the game, the patch version of the game. So you will need that. Now the major change is that this mod no longer requires Script Dragon to do key detection or weapon detection. That is now handled by SKSE. Now, I have made the default key X, so if I press X, there you go, there's my compass. Press it again, disappears. Now, you cannot change that key in the config like you used to be able to. So the config now, you can pretty much ignore. The iHUD.cfg file, you can ignore. If you want to change it from the X key, the way you do this is you basically press the X key and keep your finger on it for a couple of seconds, and you'll see this message appear. Then release the key as it is instructed, and the next key I press will be the key it uses. And when I press a key, it says new key set. And now when I press that key, it toggles it on and off. Now, I suggest you do that fairly slowly. This is definitely not the final version of this mod. I think it's a little brittle. For example, if you press the keys a little quickly, you can actually break iHUD and have to do a clean save to reinstall. So when you do this, press the key for a couple of seconds. When the message comes up, release the key, wait for the message to disappear, then press your new key. Now, if you do it like that, if you do it fairly slowly, it always works. But if you do it very quickly and try and beat the messages, you may have some trouble. I am going to clear that up. This is just a very quick beta version to get that up and working. So you can change it to mouse keys as well. I can change it, for example, to my thumb key on my mouse, and that works perfectly. I don't know about controllers because I don't have one, so you guys will have to try it out. The other thing is the on weapon, which required Script Dragon and SKSE before. Now it only requires SKSE. As you can see, there we go. There's the crosshair. Put the weapon away, crosshair disappears. So it only needs SKSE. Obviously, it needs the very latest version of SKSE. Now, there is one weakness that I have not fixed yet. If I can find my horse. Who's gone wandering off again? I always lose my horse. There he is. There is one... Okay. It's a dead wolf. But it's snarling and... oh, never mind. Sometimes this game freaks me out a little bit. Now, if I try and toggle the compass, I've got the compass toggled. No problem. However, if I try to draw my weapon, no crosshair. Which is a big shame. So, I am going to try and figure that out, but at the moment, the game doesn't seem to register that the player has got a weapon out when he is on horseback. I suspect it's because technically the horse is registering as having a weapon. But I will find a solution for this. But for now, I'm afraid you're going to have to do horseback combat without a crosshair. I will try and get that figured out. Now, the all-round good news for this mod, anyway, is now SKSE has a lot more functionality. It's got key press detection, obviously, but it also has a lot of functionality to integrate with the user interface, the heads-up display in this case, I hope. I haven't tried any of it, but I've had a look at it, and it does look promising. So my aims for this mod are to overhaul it completely. Installation is very easy. It's pretty much identical actually. Still got the options. You still control all the options from the installer rather than in game. I am going to change that. The toggle function no longer needs Script Dragon, just needs SKSE, as does the on weapon spell version of the crosshair. All the other settings are exactly as they were before. If you're using the thinner compass version of iHUD, remember to reactivate that. If you don't know about that mod, it's a very good mod that makes the compass a little thinner, and he has an iHUD version. And it is still completely compatible. And that's it. Pretty simple. I will be making some updates, hopefully relatively soon. Got a lot of things I'd like to change, especially the way you change the iHUD key, for example. As I mentioned, I'm not particularly happy with that solution, and I'll be looking to basically change the entire mod so that it no longer gets set up in the config, but gets set up in an in-game menu, so you can change things from inside the game. You don't have to quit, you can change them as you will. And I'm also hoping to get a lot more functionality, the ability to hide existing UI elements. For example, the health bar, have them fade a lot sooner or only show when you're below a certain percentage of health, for example. So those are the sort of things I'm aiming for. That's probably going to be a version 2, a major overhaul to this mod. Anyway, I hope that helped, and give me some feedback. It is the beta for the beta patch, and I am looking for some feedback. Any questions you've got, put them in the comments. I will try to answer them. Okay?